2-2.
We're live.
So if we're back live, refresh. What?
I'm just laughing. Sorry, I cut you off mid-sentence.
Will Levis goes at 2-5. Tank Bigsby. No. Who's the dream? Oh, not Tank. Dang, that messes everything up for me.
Wow, that's early
Um,
for him, huh?
I wanted him at two. I wanted him at 2-8. I
I w
think,
wow.
yeah, he was good until Johnny was there. Condre Miller's there. Okay, we got to recap real quick. I don't know if anybody's live. Um, again,
Should be.
again. Sorry. Um, Achani goes 2-1. Great pick, small guy. I don't know. Just Jason, you said is his name at
Josh.
Josh
Yeah.
Godbout. Took took this Reed kid, Jaden Reed. Maybe he knows something we don't know. So this changes everything a little bit for me. But Michael Meyer went before me at my pick, so Jeff got Michael Meyer. I took Sam Laporta. I couldn't hit. I couldn't click that fast enough. Everything out of Detroit is saying this guy is an absolute machine. He's a stud. He's playing with the ones. He's gonna be a starter.
Yep.
Will Levis at 2-5 makes sense. Tank Bigsby at 2-6. That upsets me.
I know.
I
I
thought
like him a
I
lot. I think he's going to
yeah
be in a split situation there with ETN. ETN's going to become more of a pass catcher this year, and I think Bigsby's going to be like a pretty decent workload.
yeah. This definitely changes things up. My clock is off, Mike. So what's mine? What's it at right now for me?
340.
340. Okay, perfect. Um, Keandre Miller goes next. I probably would have taken him in here at 2-8. That makes sense. Tank Bigsby goes. Who's the dream again? I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry.
Steve, the other Steve.
The other Steve. Great pick with Tank Bigsby there. Definitely sniped me there. Um,
Who
so
you
I've
going
got wide
with?
receiver. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, who you going with? You're on the
Yeah,
clock.
I know. I'm going. I think for me, there just isn't anything at RB that stands out to me that makes me want to go crazy. Um, Tight end, I think, in my opinion, is the best tight end in this draft. Right beside, right either tied with Kincaid. Um, I could take I don't need to now. I think there's a couple options here. I know I'm trying to talk myself into it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I think I think I'm gonna go with Jonathan Mingo at 2-8. A lot of good things out of him that I hear. 6'2", he's 22 years old. He's a big boy.
Yep.
And if anything, um, the Bryce Young owner can come find me and maybe we can work something out. But I hear a lot of good things out of Jonathan Mingo. Um, really upset Bigsby went at 2-6. Great snag, Steve point 1.0.
Not exactly
Um,
like your mock one, huh?
no, not at all. Again, I think because Kincaid went at 1-7, it was a little earlier than normal. So then that means Addison got bumped back, QJ got bumped back, Zay got bumped back. Charbonnet at 1-9 kind of made sense. And then you got guys taking Rasheed Rice at 112. Jaden Reed at 2-2. Just I don't. I want whoever that is who took Jay Reed,
It's
Team Jay
Josh.
Godbout. If you're here listening, what's the reason behind that? What do you know that we don't know? Are you just doing some research, or is it a homer pick? Is it?
Do you know
I
somebody
don't
in
know.
Green Bay who's going to mess up one of their running backs
Yeah, I
for
don't know.
you?
I don't know because Jalen Reed I've heard of, but I don't think I've seen any mocks where he goes as early as 2-2. So just super interested, I guess. Very intrigued about the pick. Um, and then we're back to Dalton here. Dalton's got quite a few picks in this draft too, huh?
Yep. Yeah, Dalton, he got quite a few high picks this year because he did not make the playoffs last year. So he retained all three of his picks. And he traded me to get a fourth pick. So he had two in the first and two in the second. So quite a bit of capital there. Plus his team was fantastic to start with. So he's just in a really, really good, well-rounded spot right now, unfortunately
Yeah.
for the rest of us. What do we think he's going to take though? This is his fourth pick. So he's already got, he took Will Levis. Okay, that's interesting. Yep. Instead of going quarterback up in the first round, he dropped and got Levis in mid second, which is a decent spot. Um,
Yeah, Levis is interesting to me. He's an older rookie, 24. Um, I guess he will be the heir apparent to Ryan Tannehill, but you know, the things that I'm hearing out of the camp is like it's wishy-washy, right? Like sometimes when he's running with the twos, he looks great, and he got some time during the preseason game, and it was not very impressive. So I think, all right. So Dalton goes with Tajay
Spears.
Spears, 22, 5'10". A lot of good things coming out of camp out of him. So I think he's one of those guys that probably not going to see this year, but looks like Taro wanted him. Dalton is happy. Jason says that he's happy to see that he took Tajay Spears. He said
Yeah,
he
I was
likes that.
I was watching a video today on Spears, just him and the situation in Tennessee. Henry's not going to be there forever. He's getting to the end of his career I mean, should have already dropped off. So we're going to get another good year out of him, maybe two. Um, and then who do they have lined up that's like a comparable size other than Spears? Seems like he could fill the hole maybe.
Right. Taro said that he wanted him real bad.
Hmm.
He's in a great spot if Henry gets injured or retires. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean,
Taro, is that you want him bad because you don't have any running backs? Is that the reason?
Taro wanting an RB
Desperate.
question mark. Oh gosh. So now we're getting down to the end of the second. Things are gonna get a little bit quieter here in regards to options.
I think picks will be slower too as people kind of evaluate not really knowing all these names that well.
Right. Joshua Downs goes. That's a great pick out of Indy. A lot of good things being said about him. He's 22, 5'10", out of North Carolina. Um,
Yep. And now with
you're saying a
Richardson
lot of
coming in, that's could be a nice spark to the offense.
that would have been someone if I were you. I would have been trying to eye, but when do you pick again?
Me?
Yeah.
I got the 302.
Okay. So you had to wait a little while, but you got your guy, man.
Yep. Yep. I got
Looking
the
at the
one I
first
cared
round though,
about.
nothing I don't think is super surprising here. Other than the fact that Kincaid went 1-7, which is fine. And Charbonnet went 1-9. And I guess the surprising stuff is Rasheed Rice at 112 is
A little.
probably could have what?
It's a little surprising, not super surprising, but a little
Not
bit.
super surprising, but again, but it makes sense for him. He's got Patrick Mahomes, so I think it's a great pick. And maybe he was worried because he picked again. Yeah, he wasn't picking again in the second round, actually. Oh, until now, I guess. So he was probably assuming he's not going to get that.
Yep.
Rashawn
Ta-
Johnson goes out of Chicago.
yeah, I don't know much
Oh.
about this guy, but with an accelerating offense, I mean, it's the right team to be right now. Bears are heating up, or they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, 44 yards on 12 carries and 2 yards, 12 carries and caught 3 of 4 targets. Like that's good to see.
Yep.
Like that's a lot of Khalil Herbert looked really good that preseason game. I actually watched the first half, and two things you really like to see out of that offense is Justin Fields throwing the ball. They weren't very long throws, a lot of check downs, short stuff. But DJ Moore took one for 61 yards to the house on an almost like screenplay, which is beautiful. It's like, oh man, DJ Moore's stock is gonna look great. But Khalil Herbert went off a few times and scored on a very, very hard fought touchdown for preseason. I was like, geez, this guy's getting banged around. So his stock went up. So whoever has Khalil Herbert, I don't know if that is um Taro. I don't know who the Khalil Herbert owner is. Um, but if I was the Khalil Herbert owner, I would be contacting Taro right now. Chase Brown's a good Chase Brown's a good pick. I don't know if he.
Wow,
Eh.
that came around
No,
quick to me.
yes, it did.
Hurst, interesting.
Hunter Hurst went that.
What?
Okay, all right.
Um, it he could be a good pickup here, but I don't like
He
the Denver on offense that well. I don't love. I just I don't have a lot of confidence that they're going to be good this year.
yeah, free agent
S-
can be.
So where I'm leaning right now is I still have a big tight end hole. I filled a little bit with Komet, and he's a solid
Taro,
backup, but I don't.
Taro, Taro in the chat said he's going to make you an offer. I didn't mean to cut you off. I
Oh,
want to make sure
please,
you
yeah,
saw that.
yeah, nice, an offer. Okay, okay, I'll
So
evaluate it.
Taro's coming in with an offer. He wants this 3-2 spot. He sees something that he likes. Um, very curious to see where he's going to go here.
Yeah, me too. Um, it, if this doesn't go through, what I have my eyes on is Schoonmaker. So I've heard
Okay.
great things about his situation. And the Cowboys spent a lot in the draft to get him. I think he was, what was he, a second rounder? Um, so I don't know. I think he has a good future there. Dallas is going to be good this year. Um, and so I think I think he has a lot of potential.
No, there's a lot of good things that are sorry, false alarm, far away. Okay, never mind. He does not want to. No, there's some good stuff out of Schoonmaker. I think you. All right, he went with Schoonmaker. I was going to talk a little bit about Musgrave. A lot of good things out of there. He's running with the ones there. Um,
I don't believe in Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers. I don't think Jordan Love's going to be it. For me when I'm drafting, I have to tag along with a great offense. I don't really like the star players on a shit team like Odell Beckham at Cleveland or Wilson at the Jets last year. Like I just don't like that kind of setup. So I go for it's got to be paired with a great quarterback, and I just don't see that in Musgrave at the moment.
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely interested to see what Green Bay is going to do. I mean, either Love's going to be a hit or a miss. I think it's. I really don't know what it's going to be. I'm excited for Christian Watson. Hopefully, this is the year AJ Dillon kind of starts to make his mark as the real alpha there, and Jones getting a little bit older, but the North is pretty wide open. And it's the North is. I have Minnesota winning it, but a little
I mean,
homer in
Minnesota
me.
is so strong. Minnesota's been strong for like the last 5 years and fumbles it in the playoffs every single time. You
Usually
guys have
does.
had a great team though.
Offensively, I don't think we have much to worry about. It's the defense, and
Yep.
we brought in Brian, and I'm hoping that he's going to be able to turn it around. But the
Yep.
fact that Vegas has the New Orleans Saints at a better odd to make it to the Super Bowl than us doesn't make me feel great. So
What?
we, yeah,
That's insane.
yeah,
I
they
should
are
take
like
that bet.
they're plus 1,200, and Minnesota's like plus 1,500.
Wow.
And I don't see it. I don't understand it, but maybe they see something in Derek Carr that I'm just not aware of.
So what do we think? What do we think Josh is going to do with this pick? He's about halfway through his clock. He's had how many picks so far? I think this might be his second. Yeah, this is his second pick.
Yeah. Trying to find his team now. Jake
He's
Godbout.
got one more after this too. He went wide receiver. Interesting. So he's gone double wide receiver so far. He took Reed in the second, early in the second, and that was confusing to you. Goes with
It
high.
was. I would love for him to check in. He's got to be in the chat. What's his name? Josh.
Yeah. Yep. This is going
Um,
quick.
it
Damn.
is. We're just about done, which is fantastic. That's what you kind of want to see. Jalen Hyatt at 3-3, great pick. That guy, they're saying he is lightning fast. Um, very, very fast. So I guess your biggest issue there is Danny Dimes, but I mean, Danny Dimes is suitable. Um, I'm very excited to see what that offense is going to do now that Barkley is definitely back. And there's a lot of really good things at a camp about Waller and me being the Waller manager. No real competition at wide receiver there, is what he says.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Aaron Jones. Um, and I understand that Aaron Jones isn't a wide receiver, but he's literally a insane catching running back, so should get plenty of targets right away.
Yeah. Romeo Dobbs, I mean, he's supposed to be
Interesting.
good, but yeah, I don't know. I guess I agree with you. There's not much there, but Jordan Love isn't a great player either, so I don't know.
I don't know.
That it's opposite of my strategy, so I just don't go that direction. So, but to each their own.
Yeah, I get. I mean, and Jason said it in the chat, felt a little reachy, which I agree. I think he definitely, he had another pick in the second. He did not, so maybe he was almost forced to reach there. But
Yep.
I'm willing to bet Reed would have been there at the 3-3 spot. But again, who knows? This is definitely got a little bit different than I anticipated. Still a little salty. Bigsby went at 2-6. I definitely thought he was going to be there. Anybody else? I don't think Brad's taking Bigsby at 2-7. Even if he did, I get Keandre Miller there, and that makes me happy as well. So
I got who I wanted in the third round. Schoonmaker is who who I had in mind coming into this. So I
that's good.
am.
Yeah, I thought Mingo had less competition. Uh, I would. Yeah. Jason says I thought Mingo had less competition, which I would agree. Not just being the guy that just drafted him, but I mean, if you're looking there, it's Adam
What?
Thielen.
Thielen's great. DJ Shark.
Yeah, but
Hard disagree.
Thielen is 30 something. He's going to be done in the next year or two. That's going to open up Mingo
That's
real
fair.
quick. DJ Chark is not a spring chicken, although he's still probably got some gas in the tank. Um, so I don't know. I just think that I don't know, and I think Mingo might just be a better player than Reed.
This is
But again,
Todd's pick. Is he sleeping? He's got a minute
no,
left.
Todd might be sleeping. Josh says I'm staying away from Carolina. Todd's on the clock. Sleeping. Oh, he's gonna go auto pick, and ADP says Marvin Mims. So we shall see.
I mean, he could have set prioritization ahead of time, so he could be fine. But let's see. I think I have Todd in my phone.
Todd's hoping for a last minute transaction.
He might be. I think Dalton's
Is he being legit? Tank Dell goes. All right, great pick. I was hoping Tank would fall to me at 3-9. He was going to be my pick. Um, but as you can see, that did not work out in my favor.
Damn, so you've missed out on two picks that you wanted.
Yup. Yeah, yeah,
Oof.
yeah. Feels good. Feels real good.
Wait, was this Dell? Was this auto pick or did Todd actually click the
I,
button?
no, well, if it was going by ADP, it would have been somebody else. But um,
Oh, he said he couldn't decide. I
he got two amazing players dropped in. Yes, I would agree. Some people just get lucky that way, and it is what it is. Um, I definitely wanted Tank Dell at 3-9. Steve can't. Steve can't complain. I can't
he
complain.
he can't. No.
I
Quentin
can't. Which
Johnson.
Steve? Me? Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely about players falling to me. I'm not upset. Not upset at all. QJ falling to 110 is fantastic, and then Laporta at 2-4. I am very very happy. I'm not mad about this draft
but
at
yeah,
all.
Laporta at 2-4 is fantastic.
Um, I'm curious. I'm curious, and I don't know if I think it's just you and I watching the YouTube. I don't even know if anybody's watching, but um, I'm curious what Jeff went with Michael Meyer over Marvin Mims goes. So these next few picks are going to be pretty shot in the dark type of picks here. Jeff, why Myers over Laporta? Awesome pick, Marvin. I
Uh,
mean, Marvin Mims, that's awesome pick. Still watch this late for me still. Oh, gotcha. Um, Marvin Mims here, that's a great pick. Um, I think that's solid value at the 3-5 spot. I've been
yeah,
watching a lot of clips of Meyer. Jeff says he's been watching a lot of clips of Myers. It's awesome. That's good. He honestly reminds me of Gronk. Listen, he got drafted super duper high. Pretty sure first round pick, right? Was he first round?
wow,
Who are
reminding him of
you?
Gronk. That's a lot.
A rookie set, yeah. So he was a second round draft pick, which is very high capital for a tight end. So, definitely good things about Michael Myers. I just don't know how much I trust that offense with Garoppolo. I mean, I know Garoppolo's what a pretty safe play in regards to check downs. He's going to do some easy throws there. He's not going to really take a lot of risks.
Yeah,
I
and
know that.
who knows if if Garoppolo even lasts in that role though. He's just so injury prone. I'm sure his confidence is hurt coming out of that situation in San Francisco. It'll be interesting to see if he can rebound or if he just continues to be kind of mediocre.
Right. So I guess that's what worries me about Michael in Las Vegas is Garoppolo is a safe quarterback. He's not going to take a lot of risks, so that's typically good for a tight end. Um, but I don't know what that offense is going to do. I don't think Devontae Adams is too thrilled with how things are going anyway. So I don't know if that team seems like they're just one player away from falling apart. Two more picks till my pick at 3-9. I don't We'll see what Taro's going to do at 3-7.
Yeah, he's
Um,
got to go another running back, right? So this is his second of four picks. I
Take Samaje Perine
P
there,
Ryan, there we go.
Mister No Art, Mister Hates RBs. Take Samaje
I
Perine
like
with
P
the.
Ryan. I have my eye on
I
him.
love, dude. I love Perine, and the fact that Javante. I know that they're saying things are looking great out of camp. I think this guy's gonna be starting at least the first week or two. If not, he's gonna. If he isn't, and Javante does get out there, I think that Samaje still has a lot of impact in fantasy value. Free agency post draft requires auction dollars, right? Yes, that would be correct.
Yes. Yep. It's not free agency post draft. Everybody goes on waivers for 2 days just as if they had played a game. Is he listening? Probably not.
I think he is. He said he's on a delay. He said good. We answered on the stream. Okay, good. So I'm thinking he heard because he
Perfect.
said good. Again, Luke Musgraves goes. I think that's a great pick by Jeff. Um, who has a
That
couple
fell
tight ends
pretty
now.
far. I'm surprised that fell that far. Musgrave.
Um, yeah, because I think he's running with the ones, and they're saying he's really good.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just he's in Green Bay is the only
yeah,
downside.
you hate Green Bay, huh? Um, I
I just
there's
don't
a lot
believe
of
in them.
things.
I don't hate them. I have nothing against them.
There is nobody at running back that is screaming, I need to use a draft pick on. There is a position that I could use some love on, and there is somebody at the quarterback position, although they are not the youngest individual, but they are a rookie, and they are, I'm pretty sure, next in line after Matthew Stafford. And I'm going to go ahead and draft Stenson Bennett out of LA. I don't know if that's going to really project to be much, but he was nasty in Georgia. But he is an older rookie, 25 years old. So it's not going to, I don't think it's going to pan out to be too much. But
He's a backup to Stafford, you said? Yeah, he
I don't
is.
know what
Yeah,
that.
Bennett.
I think he is the number two
Yeah, he is.
in LA. So
It's a little reachy though. I mean, he's ranked. I guess this is. I'm probably not looking at a super flex, but so I guess that changes things. But he was ranked 340. Um, so like barely rosterable almost.
yeah. But I mean, I'm not going to take a running back at none of these guys are really.
It's all long shots at this point.
I
There's
guess I could
nothing
have
good.
taken a flash in the pan with Deuce Vaughn, but he had a great preseason game, but he's, you know,
All right,
I don't know. If
Evans. Taro's
Taro
loading up
wants to
on the
take
worthless running backs. There he
Taro take
goes.
into Deion
Wow.
Jackson.
Do you take what, four running backs?
Oh God, Mister, I hate running backs. He's gonna cut them all. Holy smokes!
Four. Yeah, he's gonna cut them all week
He
one.
is. He's gonna. Deion Jackson's hurt. I'm pretty sure he's hurt.
He's looking for somebody to put in his IR slots.
It's not a bad pickup with the
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor BS going on, so it's fine. Um, he
Yeah, you
he
never know.
started last he started last year. He started last year with the Taylor injury. So,
Yep.
Mike, anything that jumped out and was a surprise to you in the first three in this rookie draft?
Uh, Hurst. Hurst is the biggest surprise here by Steve. I mean, I think I had him maybe at one point last year and dropped him. I went through a bunch of tight ends, and I think he might have been one of them, but just not a lot of value there. Carolina's not going to be a good team this year. So it's interesting when there was
I,
two other tight ends with a lot more upside.
Schoonmaker and Musgrave, absolutely. So I don't know if he just didn't give a shit and clicked something, maybe accidentally.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't know
know.
if he's probably not listening. Maybe he's in the chat. Maybe someone can ask him. Biggest surprise for me. I guess Dalton taking Gibbs at 1-3 when he definitely needed some QB love, but
That's
I'm not
true.
mad at the 1-3. The 1-3 makes sense for Gibbs there.
He knew he could
This
probably get Levis at the 2.5, but that's not a great backup. Like he's
no,
not going to
I
be a
am.
starter. It's not
If
great.
I'm Dalton, I'm extremely happy uh with my draft outside of Will Levis. Like I don't know. I guess you have to take Will Levis at 2-5. He's probably the best option there. Way better than a Stenson pick in my opinion, but the Bennett guy that I got. But this guy had a lot of draft picks. There are no a few. Brad had more than him. I think Rasheed Rice at 112. Like I said, it didn't really surprise you a ton. It sort of surprises me a little bit. I bet he could have waited a little bit. I don't. Who was that? That was M.
It's
Gray.
funny. Jason just said in the chat a couple of minutes ago. He said Evans he was hoping would fall to free agency and be able to pick him up with Fab. So those last couple of picks really did come in handy for Tyra then. I thought it was funny he traded for the two last picks in the draft. I don't believe either of those was his. He traded for him.
He did. Yeah, you plug him in. So Mr. Zero RB ends the draft. RB.
RB. Almost.
RB. No, RB. He went P Ryan at 3-7. So first round went just about as I think we would have thought. I think I became pretty lucky to get QJ at 110. I think Brad is ecstatic getting Zay at 111. Um, I don't think he's upset getting either Addison and Zay and Stroud. So I don't think anybody is going to be overly upset with their draft.
Yeah, the only one I see potentially being upset is Todd not getting Gibbs and having traded down from 102 to 104. I think that might be the biggest disappointment in the draft, just because those high value players in the top six.
Yeah, so he lost that 103 spot, moved back to the 104. That was through your trade, right? Or
Yeah,
did he
yeah,
do
he
another
he
trade?
had the 102, and I convinced him to trade down to the 104, thinking that he could still get Gibbs there.
and it backfires a little bit. Obviously, he still gets a very high valued wide receiver.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
He's not mad. I mean, that's not bad, but he needed more depth at running back than wide receiver.
yeah,
Still a
absolutely.
good pickup.
Great pickup. Dalton with the cojones takes him at 103. Um, Great draft. This was fantastic. I think 5 minutes was perfect. That gave us enough time to talk in between picks.
Yep, knocked it out in under an
Um,
hour too. I was thinking maybe 115. I thought it'd go a little over an hour, but yeah, we hammered through it.
we did. Great work. Now let's see what happens with trading. See if anybody makes any moves. And then now we use Fab to get free agents, right?
Yep, yep. So we'll be able to get free agents with Fab. Everybody after the draft is going to be on a waiver, so you can start bidding with your Fab dollars. Should be pretty
When do
intuitive in the interface, but if there's questions, let me know.
when do waivers clear? Do we know?
Uh, so it's Wednesdays after people play, and then it's 2 days after a player's dropped or after the draft. But it's
So
Wednesday mornings after games.
okay, but with there not being games yet, it'll just be Wednesday morning.
No, it'll be 2 days from now.
Two
Yep.
days
So
from now. Okay.
48. Yeah, they'll be on waivers today. I think tomorrow, and I forget if I'll have to check. It either clears mm, Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. I don't know if it
Okay.
if it counts today as a full day or not.
Fantastic. Well, I think that wraps it up, Mike. Anything else from you?
Uh, I'm gonna plug our team into a couple of calculators, see how we stack up now after the draft. You know,
I
whose
love
team is
it.
looking the best for this year, and also long term for Dynasty. So I'll put together some content around that in the next couple
Perfect.
of weeks.
Great stuff, Mike.
But good draft, guys.